up guys, welcome back to another tutorial. Today we're going to take a look through my arrangement of Let's Fall in Love for the Night by Finneas. This is an intermediate arrangement, so there is some tricky sections in there, but we're in standard tuning. You'll just need a capo for the 3rd fret, but if you're ready, let's get started. Alright guys, you should be in standard tuning and you should have a capo on the 3rd fret. I'll put the tab along the bottom for you. This is going to be the 1st string, this will be the 6th string. Okay, so we're going to start with the chorus. It's quite long, so I'm going to split it into a couple of sections for you. The first 4 bars sound like this. Okay, so it's quite an easy section to play. It starts with this, that slide there. So that starts on the 2nd beat. And it's on the 2nd string, 2nd fret to 3rd fret. And you're going to want to hit that 3rd string open at the same time. From there we've got open first, then 2nd fret first, and you want to use your 4th finger for that one. Then we're going to be coming into an A minor soon, so I like to kind of add my fingers up here just to kind of prepare for that in the next bar. And we're going to do a little finger roll on the first 3 strings. So that's open 3rd, open 2nd, and 2nd fret 1st. And that's the whole 1st bar. Okay, so now we're ready to start the 2nd bar, which sounds like this. Okay, so you notice we've added the percussive slaps there. So if you've never played those, you can just leave them out, add them in later if you want. But if you played them before, it should be quite easy for you to kind of just add them in. So that 2nd bar. We're keeping these fingers here in an E minor shape. This finger is going to be moving around. So it starts off with 6, 4. So that 6th string is open for the bass note, and the 4th string is on the 2nd fret. Then we've got the 1st slap, and we're going to hit open first. So you need to take this finger off now to play that open first. Like that. Then we're bringing that finger up here instead. So that's going to be on the 3rd fret, 2nd string. Then take it down 1 fret. So now you've got the 2nd fret on the 2nd string, 4th string, and 1st string. And you're going to hit strings 2, 3, and 6 together. Then you hit strings 4. Then we've got another slap, and we're going to do a little pull off here. So it's going to be on that 2nd string. You should currently be on the 2nd fret, 2nd string. And you're going to do a pull off to open. So I'll play that slowly for you. Okay, next bar. This one's quite nice and easy. It's a similar structure to the last one. We're changing chord to an A chord, but instead of playing it here, I play it up here. So I've got 3 fingers held down on frets 5, 6, and 7 on strings 2, 3, and 4. Should sound like that. So I'm going to start off this bar by hitting strings 2, 3, and 5 together. Then hitting strings 4. Then I'm coming into this hammer-on part. Basically, I just add this 4th finger, which is free, underneath the 3rd finger. So that's also on the 7th fret now, but it's on the 3rd string. And we're just going to be pulling off to the 6th fret, which you've already held down here. Okay, so once you get that, you're going to hit that string again, so the 3rd string again with the bass note this time. That's followed by the 4th string and then the 3rd string again. That 2nd time you play the 3rd string, you got the slap there as well. Okay, so not too bad. From there, we're sliding down to play this bar. Quite nice and easy. You don't need to move your left hand at all. It's a B minor chord, so hopefully you can play a B minor chord, and we're going to be hitting strings 5, 4. Then we've got the slap, second beat, then 2 and 3 together, then 3 and 4 together. Now between those, you can either mute them or let them ring out. But after you play the third and fourth together, you're going to do another slap, and then it's the fourth string by itself. Okay, so that's the first 4 bars. I'll play them slowly for you. From there, we start to repeat again, but there's some slight differences. So the first bar before, we're playing that same melody, but this time we're in a B minor chord from the previous bar. So it sounds like this. Okay, so make sure you can play the first 4 bars pretty well before you move on to these ones, and it should make it a lot easier for you. So we're still holding this same B minor shape. We're going to hit strings 5, 4. Then, since we're on the second beat, we're going to do a slap, and you want to hit that melody note, which is the second string in your B minor chord. Then, what I do is I kind of lift off the first string. So I'm barring this fret, but I want to lift off that first string so I can get the open first ringing out. You want to play that along with the bass note, which is the 5th string. Then hammer down back onto that one. Okay, so that might be a little bit difficult if you've never done that before. But after you've done that, you've got another slap for the 4th beat. Then we switch to an E minor, and it's just the same as before that finger roll again. Okay, so luckily the next bar is exactly the same as the second bar we played. So you should recognize that. Going on from there, this one is a little bit different at the end. It starts off the same, so we're getting into the same shape. It's all the same up to there, it's only the last beat that's different. So we want to do the slap, but we want it to be down here on the 3rd fret, 2nd string. So after you've played that note there, you want to move down quickly and use your 2nd finger on the 3rd fret, 2nd string. Then, after you play that, you want to bar here. So at least the first 3, 4 strings you want to bar with your first finger, and you want to hit strings 2 and 3 together, both on the 2nd fret. That prepares us for the next bar. So this is it's like a D chord, but I play it like this. This is probably one of the hardest sections, because getting up to this chord is quite difficult when you have to do it quite fast. So it's like this. Okay, so once you've played that, you want to move your 2nd finger to the 3rd fret, 2nd string, your 3rd finger up to the 4th string, 4th fret, and then for the bass note, you're going to be up here on the 5th string, 5th fret. We're going to hit strings 5, 4, slap, and then 2 and 3. Then lift that 2nd finger off and play 2 and 3 again. Like that. Then we've got a slap, and we're hitting the 4th string again. Okay, so I'll play those 2 bars together, slowly. For the next bar, we just repeat that. But on the last beat, when you do the slap, you can take these top fingers off and just do a slap and a hammer on from the 2nd fret to the 3rd fret on the 1st string. So you should be barring this fret here. That is the end of the first section of the chorus. It carries on up here. So let's just play through that first section first. Alright guys, now we're getting into the second half of the chorus. It's a little bit more difficult. It sounds like this. Okay, so it starts off with this bar. This is a E minor chord, but we're playing up here on the 7th, 9th fret. So on the 7th fret, you're barring, keeping all the strings held down apart from this 6th string that you want to leave open for that bass note. Okay, and on the 9th fret, you want to hold down strings 3 and 4. Should sound like that. Okay, so we're going to start off by hitting strings 2, 3, and 6 together, followed by 4. Then we've got a hammer on here. So you just want to take your 2nd finger that's free and hammer on to the 8th fret of the 2nd string. So you should have that held down here. So it's a hammer on from 7 to 8. So we're going to play that twice. And that's the first bar of this part. From there, the next bar sounds like this. This one is pretty difficult. It's this shape again. If you remember from the first section, it's the A shape. But we want to add this 4th finger on the 2nd string, 7th fret. Once you get into that shape, it should sound like that. We've got 2, 3, and 5 together. Then shift that 4th finger up 1 fret, and you want to hit strings 2 and 3 together, and then back down and hit 2 and 3 together again. There's a slap there as well. So we're just kind of shifting like that. After that, you want to get straight up to this shape. So I'm holding down 2 strings here. First finger is on the 10th fret of the 1st string, and the 2nd finger is on the 11th fret of the 3rd string. You want to play those 2 notes together. If you don't have a cutaway on your guitar, it might be a little bit difficult to get into this position. But you just need to hit those 2 notes. Then we've got the bass note again, and then we're moving down. This first finger moves down 1, and then this finger moves down 2. So you're both fingers are on the 9th fret now. I actually move, so I use this finger stays on the 9th fret, and then this 3rd finger comes in on the 1st string. Like that. Then we come down here and hit the 3rd fret on the 1st string. So I'll play that for you. Okay, so that'll take some practice. It's quite a fast section. It's quite difficult. Sometimes, like that, if you don't have the cutaway, it's tricky to get up to the right position. And when you get down to here, to play that 3rd fret, 1st string note, you want to use your 4th finger for that. That's to prepare for the next bar, which sounds like this. So we're in a D chord here, just standard D. and we're going to do a little hammer-on section. So we've got, you want to strum the D chord and hammer on the 2nd fret to 3rd fret on the 1st string. Twice, 2nd time with the slap, and then again with the bass note. And then you want to do a pull off on the 2nd fret to open. We've got the slap there as well. So that's not too bad. So let's just play up to there. From there, this bar isn't too bad. We're starting with a B minor chord, full B minor chord, and you're going to hit strings 1, 2, 3, and 5, followed by just 1, 2, and 3. Then the slap, and then we're sliding up to the 9th fret. At this point, you want to hit the bass note again, but since we can't reach that bass note down there, we play it up here on the 6th string. So that's going to be on the 7th fret. Slide up to the 9th fret, and then bring your thumb over the top to play that 7th fret bass note. Then you want to add this finger down here to the 7th fret of the 1st string and play that along with open 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. Then we've got the slap after that as well. Okay, so after that, this is the E minor chord again. So get into that E minor shape, add this finger on the bottom 1st string here on the 2nd fret, and you're going to finger roll 1st 3 strings and the bass note. Then the 4th string, and you can take that finger off and do the slap and hit that 1st string open, then the 4th string again. Then we're doing a little slide here. Might be a little bit difficult, but on the 2nd string, 2nd fret to 3rd fret with your 4th finger. And that's followed by the open 1st. So you're doing that slide with the bass note, followed by open 1st, slap, and then the bass note again. So I'll play that bar slowly for you. Next chord is an A chord, just like this one that we played before. This one's nice and easy. We're just going to play the bass note, so 5th string, open, then we're doing a slap, and we're going to pull off. So you want to add your finger on here to the 7th fret, 2nd string, and then when you come down for the slap, you want to do a pull off to the 5th fret on the 2nd string. Once you've done the pull off, you're just going to hit strings 2, 3, and 5 together, then a slap, and try and hit those 2 and 3 again, like that. Then for the last bar, we're just coming down here to a D chord, and I just do a finger roll on the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th strings. Okay, so that's going to be the end of the chorus. I'll play that 2nd section that we just learned. And I'll play the chorus from the start as well. Alright guys, good job you made it through the chorus. This is verse 1 now. So it's another challenging section, but if you can play the chorus, you should be okay here. It starts off like this. Okay, so that's the first half. The first bar there, you noticed, is just mostly muted notes. So you want to mute those strings with your right hand. And on the third string, we're playing 2, 4, 2, 4. Then second string, 3. And then first string, 2. And I normally don't bother muting that first string. For the second bar, you notice I do a little thump on the guitar on the first note with the bass note. You don't have to do that if you don't want to. Sounds like that. Then the rest of the bar. It's quite easy really. We've got an E minor chord just like before, and we're adding our fourth finger onto the first string, 3rd fret. We're going to start off strings 6, 4, 3 with the slap, and then 1, 2, and 3 together. Then we've got the bass note, and we move that finger down 1 fret to the 2nd fret on the first string. Then play the 3 notes again. Then we've got slap and bass note. So that's all involved with that bar. Not too bad. Next bar. This one might be a little more difficult. You got a couple of pull-offs and hammer-ons. It's like a... yeah, this is our A chord. So we're starting off barring the first 4 strings on the 2nd fret. We're going to hit strings 5 and 4. Then we've got the slap with a hammer-on. 2nd fret to 3rd fret on the 2nd string. And then just to make it more difficult, I like to do a little pull-off here. It's a really quick one though, like a ghost note. So you barely notice it when you're listening to it. And then we've got the bass note there as well as you do that pull-off. Then I'm bringing my 3rd finger up here for that 4th fret on the 3rd string. Then lift that finger off and do a hammer-on from the 2nd fret back onto that 4th fret with that slap in there as well. So that's the first 3 bars. I'll play those. Next bar. This one is easy. We're in a B minor shape. Starting off 4 and 5 together. Then it's just the same as we had in the chorus. We're going to hit strings 2 and 3. And then, instead of playing 3 and 4, we're going to lift that finger off, the 2nd finger, and play 2 and 3 again. Like that. Then we've got slap and 4th string. Okay, so similar to the chorus, we start to repeat now, but instead of the E minor chord, it's the B minor chord. So the same melody applies, but instead of doing the muted notes, we're going to ring those notes out, and you're doing hammer-ons there, 2 to 4 on the 3rd string. So we've got bass note, 1 hammer-on there, slap as you land, and then another one, and a bass note as you land on that one. Then 2nd string, 3rd fret, and then 2nd fret, 1st string. Shouldn't be too bad. Then we're kind of starting to repeat now. So that bar is just the same. When you get to the next one, this one is slightly different. The melody is different. So it's still A, so we're still playing that bass note there, the open 5th string. But instead of going 5, 4, we're going to go 5, 1, 2, sorry. And that's going to be on the 3rd fret. So you want to add your 2nd finger here on the 2nd string, 3rd fret. Then we're going to lift it off for the slap, so that you're slapping down on the 2nd string, 2nd fret. Then add it back on, play that 3rd fret again. Then another little really quick pull off. You don't even have to do it if you don't want to. You can just lift that finger off and play the 2nd fret with the bass note. Then we've got 3rd fret again, so you're just taking that finger on and off basically. After you played it one more time, we're using our 4th finger up here for the 5th fret, 2nd string. So it's like that. So I'll play up to there. Next bar. This one's not too bad. So once you get that 2nd string 5th fret, you want to move this finger up to get that bass note now. So instead of open, it's going to be 2nd fret for the A minor, or for the B minor, sorry. And then we've got that followed by the 2nd fret 1st string. Slap on the 2nd one. After that, we're doing the same thing again. So that's just 2 and 3 on the B minor, 1 with the 2nd string on the 3rd fret, and then lift it off to get the 2nd fret. Slap, 4th string. Okay, so from there, the next bar sounds like this. It's got a nice little melody in this part. We're still in B minor, so we're going to start with a bass note, followed by the 4th string. Then, this melody starts, and it's got a slap, and then you're going to hit the 1st string on the 2nd fret. And you're going to hit that twice. Then, you can take these fingers off, keep this bar here, and you're going to move your 4th finger to the 5th fret on the 2nd string and play that with the bass note. Then play the 1st string again, which should still be on the 2nd fret. Then take your 2nd finger and put it down here on the 3rd fret and do a pull off to the 2nd fret, which is still barred. You've also got the slap in there as well. So that bar sounds like that. So I'll play through the first half of that verse. Alright, so this is going to be the second part of the first verse. It sounds like this. It's actually one of my favorite parts to play. That first bar, again slowly. Starts off in this chord. It's like an E minor bar chord, but we're taking that finger off. It's E minor 7. So starting from the 1st string, we're on 7, 8, 7, 9, 7, 0. Okay, so when you get to that chord, we're going to hit strings 1, 2, 3, and 6 together. Like that. Then we've got the slap, and we're bringing our 4th finger up here to the 10th fret on the 2nd string. Then you're going to hit strings 2 and 3. Then we've got the bass note again, and then you can start to move back down here. And we're aiming to get here on this first string, 3rd fret with your 2nd finger. And you're going to do a little pull off. You're going to hit strings, 1st string, 3rd fret, and then 2nd fret to open. You've got a slap there as you do that pull off. Alright, so next bar. This one is pretty difficult. We're sliding up for an A. It's an A bar chord. We're going to slide up to the 5th fret, 6th string, to get that bass note. Then we're hitting the 4th string, it's on the 7th fret. So basically this chord, it's like an A minor bar chord, regular, but then I move that finger down here. That's the only difference. So I've got 6, 4, then we've got the slap, and I do a little hammer on here with my 4th finger on the 1st string, 5 to 7. Then I lift that finger back off and play strings 1, 2, 3, and 6. Then we've got another little slide here. We're gonna slide down from the 8th fret to the 7th fret on the 2nd string. You want to hit that 3rd string as well. So it's like that. You've also got a slap as the slide finishes. Then lift your fingers off and play the open 1st string. Okay, so take your time learning that bar. It's a little bit difficult, but once you get it, we're into a D. This one's a lot easier. Regular D chord. You're going to play the first 4 strings and do a hammer on to the 3rd fret on the 1st string. Slap, take that 4th finger off again and play the first 3 strings, followed by the bass note. Then take your fingers off and play that open 1st string. Then you've got a pull off, 3rd fret to 2nd fret on the 2nd string. Like that. So I'll play the first 3 bars. From there, gets a little bit easier now. We're starting off on a B minor, so just make a normal B minor chord, hit the strings 5, 4, and 3, slap, followed by 2 and 3, and then just mute them afterwards. Then we're going to hit the 1st string 3 times, 1, 2nd time with the slap, and then again by itself. Like that. Now we're playing an E minor for the next 2 bars, but we're not playing these 2 strings, so technically we don't really need them held down there. And the next bar is going to sound like this. This one's quite nice and easy. We're starting open 6th string, bass note, and then slap and hit the 2nd string. Then 3rd string on the 2nd fret. I use my 1st finger for that. And then open 2nd and open 6th together. Then I use my 2nd finger to get the 3rd fret on the 2nd string. And I put my 1st finger down onto the 1st string, hit that with the slap, and then again by itself. Next bar is similar, just slightly different melody. So we've got bass note, open 2nd, 3rd string 2nd fret again, then open 2nd and open 6th again, then 3rd fret 2nd again, then we've got a slap with no other notes, and then open 2nd string. So it's just the last beat there that's slightly different from the previous bar. Next. So this is just the end of the verse. It's an A chord, so I normally bar the 2nd fret below the 5th string and play strings 3, 4, and 5. Then we've got a slap, and then we're going to play this little part here. So this positioning, I'm still barring this, and the 2nd finger is on the 2nd string 3rd fret, and my 4th finger is on the 5th fret 1st string. I'm going to hit strings 1, 2, and 3, followed by a bass note. Then I take this 4th finger off, and then hit 1, 2, and 3 again. So now I'm on 2, 3, 2. Then we've got the slap. Then we play those same ones again. But as we play them, we're doing a hammer-on into the next bar. The hammer-on is on the 1st string, 2nd fret to 3rd fret. And you're going to hit that bass note because it's the start of the next bar. Okay. So it sounds like that. So I'll play the entire first verse for you. Okay, so now we're into the 2nd verse, which is the last kind of new part that you need to learn. So this comes after the 2nd chorus. So you've just finished the 2nd chorus like that. And then to get into this verse, we've got the 1st string on the 2nd fret 3 times. 2nd time has a slap. And that takes us right into the 2nd verse. So I'll split this into 2 sections as well. The first section sounds like this. So this part is quite easy. It's a lot of repeating melody. That's just repeating the 1st string 2nd fret and then open 2nd. So the first bar is in E minor. I'll play this one slowly for you so you can get an idea of the rhythm of it. So it starts off E minor shape, add on this 4th finger to the 2nd fret, 1st string. I'm going to do a finger roll on that E minor first, and then hit that 1st string again. Then just before the 2nd beat, we're going to play the 4th string. Then the 4th beat comes in, and we're going to do a slap and land on the open 2nd string. Then we're going to play that again. So once with a slap, and once by itself. We basically just play that twice for the first bar. The only difference being, the 2nd time, it doesn't have the finger roll at the start, we're just playing the 1st and 6th strings. So make sure you got that rhythm because you'll need that again. The 2nd bar. This is like an A. So we're going to bar the 2nd fret again from the first 4 strings. Then we've got 5, 4, 3. 3s with the slap. Then I like to play the first 2 strings my fourth finger's on the 5th fret here of the first string, and then I've also added my second finger here on the 2nd string, 3rd fret, and I play those two together. After that, you got the bass note, and then lift that finger off the 1st string, so you can play the 2nd fret, 1st string 3 times, just like the way we got into this verse. Because the melody is starting to repeat now. So the next bar is a D. So with this one, where we would normally play the open 2nd, I couldn't actually play that one here because of this D. So instead, I play it here on the 3rd string, 4th fret. So make a D shape, but add that 4th finger up on the 4th fret, 3rd string. And then instead of playing the 4th string before the 2nd beat, we're just going to play the bass note again. So finger roll on 1, 2, and 4, then 1st string again, then bass note, and slap on that 3rd string, which should be here. Then play it again, and then just repeat that. So it's definitely more awkward to play this bar than the first bar, but the structure of it is the same. So it shouldn't be too difficult to pick it up. From there, we've got a B minor now. Again, this is quite an easy bar because it's just the kind of in-between bar. We don't need to move the left hand at all, just a regular B minor shape, and we're going to hit strings 5, 4, slap, 4 and 3 and 4, sorry, and then the bass note again, and then just the same as usual, 1st string 3 times with a slap in the middle. From there, we kind of just start to repeat. You'll notice a slight difference in this time round on this bar. So the rhythm before was like this. This time is like this. So I wait a little bit after the midway point of this bar, wait a little bit, and then you play the 1st string followed by the 2nd string on the slap. So it's just a slightly different melody. The next bar. So this is where it gets a little bit different. We're going to hit the bass note on that A, so it's open 5th string, slap, and then 3rd string, 2nd fret. Then the melody comes on the 1st string, starting off on the 5th fret. Play that with the bass note, and then again by itself. Then put your 2nd finger down here on the 3rd fret. Play that one with the slap, and then again by itself. So it's like that. Last bar of this first half. It's not too bad. We're coming in for a D here, so just a regular D chord. Play that. Then, on the 2nd beat, we've got a slap and take this 2nd finger off, so it's open. Once with the slap, and then once by itself. Take your 4th finger to start to repeat that melody we had on the last bar. So we've got 5 twice, and then 3 twice. To start the next section, it's just this, like a F sharp chord, but it's the 7th. We take off that finger. So I'll play through that whole first section of this verse. Alright guys, this is going to be the last section. It's the 2nd part of the 2nd verse. This part is really fun to play as well. It's got some parts we played before and some brand new parts. So it sounds like this. Okay, so starting from this chord, this F sharp 7th chord, you play all the strings and then you do a slap and you play strings 2, 3, 4, and 6 together. Then the melody of this part really gets started, and we do a little slide here. So we should have our second finger on the 3rd fret, and we want to slide that back down to the 2nd fret. Then we've got a slap and play the open 2nd string, followed by 3rd fret 2nd string. Like that. The next bar sounds like this. Not too bad, this is E minor. So just get into a regular E minor shape for now. Then we're going to start off 6, 4, 2 with the slap. Then we bring in our 4th finger underneath our 3rd finger. So that's now on the 2nd fret 3rd string. Like that. Followed by the bass note, because we're on the 3rd beat. Then take this finger off here and put it down here on the 1st string, 2nd fret. Play the first 3 strings together. Slap, take that finger off, open. So that's first 3 strings with the 2nd fret held down, and then first 3 strings with none of them held down. Next bar. Okay, so we played this bar before in the previous section. There's going to be open 5th for the A bass note, slap, 3rd string, 2nd fret. Then this melody comes in again, so we've got 5th fret on this 1st string with the bass note, twice, and then on the 3rd fret of the 1st string, twice. First time with the slap. Now before, we would do something like this. But instead of doing that, we're still going to start with the D card. But instead we're going to do this. So it's a different melody here. So I normally play the D chord, then I take my 2nd finger off, just to prepare for that, because the next note on this string is going to be open. But for now, we're going to do a slap and hit the 2nd string, then the 3rd string, 4th string, 3rd string, open 1st string with the slap, so that's why I took my finger off there, because when you do the slap here, you're hitting that open 1st, and then the 2nd string again. So that 2nd finger is the only finger you move here. Like that. So let me just play the first 4 bars for you. Next. Starts to get a little bit difficult here. We're coming in for a B minor. So just hold a regular B minor shape for now. And we've got the bass note first, followed by the slap on the 2nd beat, then strings 3 and 4 together, and the bass note again. Then we're going to do a hammer on here. So take this finger off the 3rd string, and then hammer on 2nd fret back onto the 4th fret. Coming down for a slap there as you do the hammer on. And then you want to slide up to the 7th fret on the 2nd string. I tend to slide up with both my fingers on the 2nd string and 3rd string. Because the next bar is like this. So this is just like a little sliding pattern. Starts off with the open 6 bass note, followed by the 7th fret on the 2nd and 3rd strings together. Then move your top finger here, that's on the 3rd string, down 1, lift this finger off, and add that finger on the second string 5th fret now. So it's 5 and 6. You're playing that with a slap, then you're playing it again, and then moving down here. Same shape, just down to the 3rd and 4th frets on the same string. Play that one with the open 6 bass note, and then by themselves, then take your fingers off and move your first finger up to the 2nd fret on the 3rd string. Play that one with the slap, then 2nd fret 1st string with your 2nd finger, and that's the end of that bar. So the last 2 bars together sound like this. Next bar. So this is a lot of open strings. So it's E minor, but we're not playing those strings. So just take your fingers off. Play strings 6, 1, 2, and 3. Slap. 1, 6, 2. Slap. Like that. Then putting all your fingers straight on for this A chord we've had before, but with the added finger under here. That's on the 7th fret, 2nd string. And then hit strings 2, 3, and 4 together. Next bar. This is right at the end of the 2nd verse. Starts off with the bass note, then keeping this shape, take that 4th finger off and play strings 2, 3, and 4 again. Then you want to flatten that finger to bar the 1st and 2nd strings. So keeping everything else where it is, just make sure you can make that 1st string ring out on the 5th fret. Then hit strings 1, 2, and 3 together. Bass note. Bring your 4th finger back up here where it was before, the 7th fret of the 2nd string. Hit strings 2 and 3. Slap, and then 2 and 3 again, and you want to slide up with your 4th finger to the 8th fret from the 7th fret on the 2nd string. And when you get to the 8th fret, hit that bass note, and then mute it straight away. Okay, so the last 2 bars slowly. These are difficult, so it will take some practice. Okay, so I'll just play through the 2nd part of that verse that we just learned. Okay, so once you played that 2nd verse, we're just going to play the chorus one more time, but this time it's really slow. Like that. And then, once you get to this part, we're going to repeat that a few times. So before you repeat that, go to the A chord and just play strings 5, 4, 3, 2, 4, 3, then back to the E minor to repeat that phrase. And again. At this point, play 2 and 1 again. Then, for the last couple of bars. So that's just going to be the A chord with the added 7th fret, 2nd string. So that's going to be 2 and 5 together first, followed by 4, take that finger off, 2, 4 again, 3, but add this finger under here to the 7th fret of the 3rd string, then 4 again, then take that finger off, and just 2 and 3, then coming down here to this chord again, this D that we played at the start in the chorus. Play the 2nd string, and then just 5, 4, 3, lift that finger off, 2. Thanks guys for watching this tutorial. If you enjoyed it, please remember to hit that like button and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.